to my channel. So just getting into the tutorial, I'm starting off with this Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I'm just going to be massaging this into my skin as my primer. This is super nice for a glowy look, which is what we're going for today. So I'm just going to be using this, and you can see it just illuminates the skin. And then just to cover some blemishes, I'm going to be using this E.L.F. Zapping Concealer. It's a concealer that has a little bit of acne medication in it. So it works great just for covering your acne and then also just helping to take care of the problem areas as well. So I'm just going to be blending that out with a Real Technique sponge. And then for some extra glowiness, I'm using this amazing Cover FX Illuminating Drops. This is in the color Sunlight. I'm just going to be taking this on my sponge and just applying it mostly to the high points of my face. And I'm just going to be blending that into my skin just for an added glow to the skin. And then just to plump my lips, I'm using this Physicians Formula Lip Plumper. I've been using this for years. You guys have probably seen this in some of my other videos. So I'm just going to apply that in the beginning now so that my lips are plumped later on. And then I'm just going to color correct under my eyes because I do have some dark circles. So I'm just applying this pink concealer, and I'm just going to be blending that out with my Real Technique sponge. And you can see it does definitely cancel out that darkness under my eyes. So I'm using the new Infallible Pro Glow Foundation from L'Oreal. This is the glow version of their Pro Matte Foundation, and so far I really like it. It's super lightweight and it blends out really nicely. The only thing is the lasting power isn't that great, definitely not comparable to the matte foundation, but the glow that it gives you is super natural. It just looks like your skin. And then for concealer, I'm using this Morphe concealer. I'm going to be using the dotting method. Honestly, this concealer wasn't the greatest for this method. I definitely prefer just using like a swiping method under the eye with this concealer, but it's still a nice concealer. It's only a couple bucks. It's from Morphe brushes, and the only thing is it's a little bit drier, I feel like, than some other concealers, but the coverage is really nice, and for the price, it's really good. It's comparable to the LA Girl HD Pro concealers. So I'm just going to be highlighting and concealing using this just in my usual areas underneath the eyes, my chin, the bridge of my nose, and then also my forehead. And then I'm going to go in with the same concealer but in a darker shade, and I'm just going to be using a little bit of this because I don't want to overdo it. And I'm just going to be using this to contour my face a little bit. So just under the cheekbones and then around my forehead, just to give my skin some warmth. And then I'm just going to use that same Real Technique sponge and then just go ahead and blend everything out. So you can see here they do blend out really nicely, especially the darker color. It just blended out really nice. It didn't have like that harsh effect that sometimes you can get with a darker concealer. So overall, I do like these concealers. If you're looking for a new concealer to try, definitely check these out. Of course, everything will be linked down below as always. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eye. I'm going to be using the baking method, and I'm just using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to be applying this with the same sponge that I've been using. This is going to help us later on because I am using glitter and I've already done my base, so the powder underneath the eyes will help catch any glitter fallout. I'm just going to do my brows really quickly. I'm just brushing through them first, and then I'm going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow like always, and I'm just going to shape some of the sparse areas. I always like to start at the tail of my brow and then do the front of my brow with the least amount of product left. That way I do get kind of like a gradient effect, just because naturally the hair at the beginning of your brow is a lot more sparse than the tail of the brow. So anyways, I just used some concealer and blend that out down my lid, and then I'm going to use this E.L.F. eyelid primer on my eyelids to prep for eyeshadow, and I'm just going to be blending that out. And the palette that we're using today is the Modern Renaissance palette, which is so beautiful and amazing. I'm just going to be using this nice neutral cream shade just to set the primer that I just added to my lid. And then starting off, I'm using this medium warm tone brown color in the palette. And I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush and I'm starting to build my transition shade. So I'm just going to be blending that into my crease in back and forth motions. And just also blending circular just to make sure that the product is well blended and also looks even on the eyelid. And then I'm taking this darker reddish brown shade. It's such a beautiful shade. And I'm just going to be adding this to my crease as well. But I'm going to be just putting it more towards the outer corner of the eye, as you can see. And then taking the chocolate brown from the palette, I'm going to be using a smaller, denser blending brush. And I'm just going to be adding this to the outer corner of my eye. And I do blend that inward just a little bit so that everything kind of meshes together. And then taking this shimmery champagne color from the palette, I'm first going to use it dry and just pat that onto the lid and blend that into those other colors. And then I'm going to actually spray it with a little bit of rose water spray, and then I'm going to dip back into the palette just to intensify it a little bit more. And then for my liner, I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner in 77, which is just the black color. I really love this liner. It's really smooth and easy to use if you have the right brush. The only thing I will say is if you're not wearing eyeshadow and you just have, you know, your brows done, maybe some concealer, and then you put this liner on your lid with no shadow, for some reason, it always transfers up into my crease. I don't know, do you guys have the same problem? It always happens to me with this liner, even though it's waterproof. I think it might just be because it's hot, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys have the same problem. So anyways, now we're adding a little bit of some champagne glitter. I just have a little glitter glue on my brush. I dipped it in, and I'm just lightly patting it onto the lid above the liner. Nothing too crazy. I just want a little pop of glitter to make this look sparkle. And then I'm just going back in afterwards with the same eyeliner just to go over any glitter that might have gone onto the liner, just to clean that up. You can do the glitter before. I just feel like the liner goes on smoothly without the glitter on first. That's why I did it afterwards. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wipe away all that excess powder. And luckily, all of the fallout was caught in that powder, so I don't have any glitter on my face. And then just for the under eye, I take that nice warm tone brown first and then a smaller brush just to push that chocolate brown shade right up against my lash line, just to make the eye look more complete. And then I just add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes and then also my top lashes, which I won't show because I look crazy. And then using some beautiful Creative Soul lashes, my lash line. I'm going to be using Poetic. This is one of my absolute favorite lashes. They're so full and beautiful, but you can just see in this video how easily they apply because the band is really soft. It's not too firm, so it's easy to apply and they just look gorgeous on. I love these lashes. And I'm using a nude eyeliner just in my waterline to make the eyes appear a little bit brighter. And then I'm taking the glow kit and I'm actually using the darker shade in the kit. This is the That Glow kit. And I'm actually going to be using this as my bronzer since this is a really nice glowy look. The shade is deep enough for me to at least create a little bit of contour, and it just gives your skin a really, really nice glow without looking too harsh. And then for blush, I'm using this amazing Becca Cosmetics blush in Tiger Lily. It's my favorite blush right now. It's so beautiful. It does have a sheen to it, but it also has just this beautiful warmth. It really makes your skin look nice and glowy. And then for my highlight, I'm using the Glow Kit again. I'm just mixing those 2 shades and I'm applying that to the high points of my face. I'm really packing this on. I mean, you can use as much as you want, whether you're going out in the daytime, nighttime, whatever you guys feel like. I'm just going to pack it on to the high points of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, above my brow, and then I'm also taking a little brush and popping it into the inner corners of my eye. And then for my lips, I'm first just going to use some lip liner. This is the Kylie lip liner in Dolce K. And then for my lips, I'm going to be using one of the new metallic lip shades from ColourPop. It's so pretty. I really love metallic lips. They're super in right now. So anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see next. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys!